Alright, good morning everybody. This is Landscaper at Ledbetter Archery and Texas Twister Custom Bowstrings. We've been doing some videos in conjunction with Butch Baker at Baker Archery Products, and hopefully some of you have seen them and it helped you out a little bit. Butch asked me to do one on laying up a split yoke, bus cable, how we do it, and so this morning that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to go through all of the serving each little part or whatever, but I'll show you the layup and how we do that. We've got some new stretchers and stuff from Butch here, which of course are in his favorite color, which is green. We're going to be using Fury from Brownell. And just to make him happy, I'm going to use green and black. But anyway, I'm going to reposition this camera and we'll get started, and I'll show you how we're going to lay this up. Alright guys, we got everything set up here. We're going to lay this out as a double and then fold it over onto itself to end up with 32 strands. So basically what we're going to end up with, that would give you 16 of each color. And doing this as a double length, we would need 8 and 8 of each color. So that's going to end up giving you 4 strands all the way around, which would, when you double it up, that's going to give you a total of 16. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that, and we'll get started. Hopefully y'all will be able to understand what I'm doing. Alright, that's 4 strands. So when we end up doubling this string over, that's going to end up giving us 8 on each side, which would end up giving you a full 16. Alright, what I like to do as well when I'm doing this, since we're going to fold it over here after a while, I go ahead and put me a splitter in the middle. Whenever we get ready to double this over, that'll help me separate the string out when I put it on when I fold it back over itself. Alright, something I forgot to go over. This is going to be a 30-inch string. And so what we do is, most of you probably have Butch's sheet program. So we put in 30 inches, which gave us a length for a 2-post setup of 30.225. Since we're doing this double, what we do is we'll take and multiply that length by 2. And then to take up for when we fold it over, we got to add a 1/4 inch, which is 0.25. So that gave me an overall length to lay up on your 2 posts of 60.70 inches, which is what we have now. But you got to make sure you add that 1/4 inch in there, you're going to come up short. Alright, this is going to be the same. Just put 4 full wraps all the way around. Alright, now that we've got the string laid up, I'm going to reposition the camera and I'll show you how I do one side of the tag end, and the other one will be identical, and then we'll go into the folding over process. But I'll show you how I do this one side on the tag end first. Alright, we're ready to start doing the tag ends. What I did is I've kept a cut off piece of an old string that had the loop ends. They're a little longer for the split yoke, and it makes a good template. So you might do the same, or you may have some other way of doing it. And also, I usually like to keep something in between my strings. As you can see here, in this case it's a little golf tee, and that helps keep the colors stacked on top of one another instead of them trying to roll around real bad. It just works for me. I mean, you might have a better idea. Now the strings they're already crossed here in the back, and what I do, take them loose from here, and I will cross these strings over one another one more time. Probably a little bit hard for you to see that part. And then at that point, then I start going through the top on this side. Can't pull it very hard at first. If you do, you're gonna mess up your strings, from the other side. The other side, go from the bottom up. That way you've got them crossing, and it kind of ties up real nice in the back. Once I do that, then I come back to this side, and I'll put about 2 more wraps here. Alright, that was real good. Wow. Alright, and then I'll go back and do about 2 more on the opposite side. And once I get those done, then you can come back here in the back and really bear down on it pretty good and pull everything down tight. After that, I just leave that left side loose, and I'll go ahead and get this side done out to where I need it. When I do my tag ends, I put quite a bit of pressure on the string when after each pull. I like mine pretty tight. Once again, you have to figure out what works for you. Usually after I get going, everything, I don't get to worrying about the string moving anymore after you get a bunch of wraps on it, and you can kind of force it through like this, and it goes a little bit quicker. When I pull back on this string, I don't know if you can notice, I'm kind of pulling a little bit back to me, and that helps keep those